Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video I'm excited to do, I'm going to be following up one of my recent Sephora hauls and giving you all of my thoughts on these products that I've been trying out for the last month or so. I am also calling this my makeup monthly for the month of July, so I'm going to do this in my ranking format where I rank from my least favorite to my top favorite. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, welcome. So I do always kick off my videos with an outfit of the day. So today I have on my flip-flops from Kohl's that are falling apart. I desperately need a new pair. I have on some distressed denim and then just this orange bodysuit here. I did do a little bit of filming on this look. I have kind of like a chatty get ready with me on my TikTok, which is by Samantha March, and then I did film the eye look as well, and that will be for an upcoming video here on YouTube. But I do always link all of the makeup that I'm wearing down below as well as all of the products. I will link the Sephora haul video. I believe I did it as a get ready with me style video, so I can link that one down below if you want to see how everything applies and also just my first thoughts on these. But I have 10 products, so I'm going to rank from 10 to 1. At number 10, this was a very easy choice what to put in the last spot. This is the Saie Beauty Concealer. So I can have like, I don't know if I want to say a love-hate relationship with concealers, but I love to try concealers. I just have a really hard time finding concealers that completely knock my socks off, blow me away, turn into new favorites. The last one that did it for me was the LYS Triple Fix Brightening Concealer. That is one that I continually go back to, but I just feel like so many concealers I try, I'm usually like, those are okay. This is one that in that first impression, I was like, this is not going so well for me. So I'm super disappointed because I've tried some products recently from Saie. I've tried their tinted like SPF. I have tried their liquid blush, which I really did like. Their mascara I thought was pretty good, but this was definitely a miss for me. And it could, you know, for sure just be a preference thing too. I ended up getting the shade, I think my shade says like HB2. I don't know, it's kind of hard to read. So for this concealer, in its defense, it does say it's a brightening and hydrating under eye concealer. It's $26. When I first started seeing the reviews, they were all so glowing and people were saying it was just their under eyes were so smooth and just all these great things. I'm seeing all these videos and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I swear to you, I purchased it, and as I'm waiting for my order to get to me, I start seeing more reviews and people are just dragging this concealer. And I'm like, oh gosh, okay, so what's it gonna be when I get it, right? So for the concealer, it says it's lightweight, ultra hydrating, supposed to visibly brighten, blur, and smooth skin to create an all-over radiant finish, and it's supposed to be light coverage. So a couple things right off the bat that I was kind of leery about, but again, testing products, part of my job. I buy a lot of new makeup, and I was like, you know, I usually like a more full coverage concealer. I don't always sleep the best. I deal with a lot of stress in my life, and that affects my sleep, so I have a lot of dark circles and all the things. I'm also 35. I just, you know, I need a little bit more of a full coverage concealer. So I was like, I don't know if a light coverage is going to be great for me, but I'll try it out. And then, you know, it did say that it's a radiant finish concealer, and it really is. So if that's what you like, and that's the look that you like to go for, you might like this one. But for me, I like a matte concealer to camouflage anything and not highlight it, not bring it to light, not pinpoint like, hey, look at her dark circles. And I feel like that's what this concealer does. So it was just really too light coverage for me. I put it on and blended it out and was like, okay, like I don't really know what I'm supposed to be seeing. Besides, it now just looks like I put makeup on my under eyes, yet they're like highlighted at the same time. It was just all bad. When I did the trying new makeup, I was like, oh no. And I've tried it a few more times, usually the days where I was either just gonna be at the house or just going out in public for a little quick. I was like, this does not look good on me. So unfortunately, I can't recommend that. I think if you maybe have like really great skin and you already have really smooth under eyes, I'm talking to you young ones out there, like that might be a nice concealer option for you, but it was a definite no for me. At number 9, I'm bummed about this one. I ended up liking it more than I thought that I was going to in my trying new makeup video, but this is from Kosas, and this is their Hot Liner Hyaluronic Acid Plumping Lip Liner. When I tried it in the first impression, I said that I felt like it was just very dry and very like tuggy on my lips. It wasn't very smooth. I got the shade Peak, which is a really pretty shade. Now, I will say probably like the third time I used it, I finally started to feel like it was applying more smooth. But again, then I didn't use it for like, I don't know, a week or something like that. And then I went back to using it again, and then I felt like it was very hard once again to line my lips with it. I'm like, what is going on here? So it's like the more you use it, the smoother it gets. But if you don't use it for like a few days in a row, then it goes back to being really tuggy to put on. And someone actually commented on my video and they said, aren't the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners really tuggy as well? I personally don't think so. And I wear the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners all the time, so maybe that also is, I don't know, something to, like I said with the Kosas, like the more I wore it, the smoother it gets, and I do wear the Charlotte all the time. But I don't have that issue of, you can see when I'm applying it in the video, you can see it kind of dragging on my lips, and I just don't love that. Again, it's a nice lip liner. I think that it's pretty long wearing, but sometimes I just also feel like lining my lips, the liner doesn't look as smooth as it could be, and then it just becomes very obvious. You know, I'm not fooling anybody that I don't have anything on my lips, but when it's really kind of crooked and obvious and you got jaggy lines, that's not really the vibe that I'm going for. So it's like, it's not the worst lip liner I ever tried, and at least it has a long wear time. That's good. But still, I just haven't really been reaching for it after I, you know, figured out what I was gonna say for this video, because I'm like, well, I have so many other great lip liners. Like I'm wearing the MAC Royal today. It's great. At number 8, I'm gonna kind of get more into the fine category here, because this product from Merit, like, it's a fine product and I think that it's good. It's just not necessarily a standout to me. It's not an absolute favorite, but this is their highlighter stick, and I'm also just not highlighting a lot these days. It's just kind of a makeup step I'm not going for. I'm doing either like really glowy blushes or even glowy bronzers, and I'm just not highlighting as much. But the highlighter stick from Merit, if you are looking for a good highlighter stick, I mean, it's pretty. This one is in the shade Citrine. This one Merit did actually send over. I think I have 2 products in here that were PR that were not mentioned in my Sephora haul. It's one of those that's like, it's very natural looking on the skin. It's very smooth though. Like even when I swatch it, it's very smooth. It's a lot more natural. I mean, I could even just put this on my finger and tap it out, and you're just gonna get kind of a more natural glow. So I like it for that reason. But again, I've tried it a handful of times and I've been like, okay, like it's pretty good, but it's not wowing me. It's not something that I absolutely have to have. It's not changing my mind on like, oh, I should wear highlighters more. I like the ease of use. Again, if you're looking for a new, just very easy to use natural highlighting stick, this one from Merit could be a good choice. I think they're coming out with bronzers. I think that'll be featured in my next, I'm pre-filming because I'm going on a little vacation, so I don't exactly know when all my videos are going up, but I think Merit's coming out with bronzer sticks, and that I'm really excited for because I'm still a savage for bronzers. Still a savage for those. At number 7, speaking of bronzers, I'm kind of disappointed by this one because I really wanted to love it, and I could tell from that first impression I probably wasn't going to. And as I've had this video on my schedule, like I kind of set this bronzer to the side, but then I knew this video was coming up and I was like, you've got to keep trying it more. So I've been pulling it out and I'm like, I still just don't love it. That is the bronzer from Haus Labs. This is their Powder Sculpt Velvet Bronzer. I got the shade Light Level 4. I like the compact. I like the Haus Labs rebranding. This is a $38 bronzer, so it's not necessarily inexpensive, but I was like, I really want to give this a try and see what I think. I just don't love it when it comes to bronzers. And I'm in the middle of doing my ranking series right now. As I film this video, I'm editing, ranking all of my blushes in my collection. That'll already be up. I have ranking all of my bronzers in my collection from least favorite to top favorite. And in my bronzer ranking video, I say the words natural and blendable over and over and over again. That's what I like. And this to me is just not that. It's not smooth when I apply it. I feel like it's not necessarily rough, but it's just not blending naturally onto my skin. It looks a little bit more patchy. I feel like I have to be very aware of using a brush that's a little bit more like on the fluffy side, not something that's going to be a little bit more dense. I have to be very careful with how much product I put onto the brush. I feel like I have to use more of a light hand even, and sometimes I can get it to where the final effect I think is pretty, but then there's other times where I just feel like you can see patches of bronzer around me and it's just so hard for me to blend out. So I'm bummed about this one. I really thought that I was gonna love it more, but definitely not gonna be a favorite bronzer of mine. At number 6, I bought 3 different lip products in that Sephora haul. I felt kind of silly about it too, but in my defense, they were all different. They were all different. We had a lip liner, more of like a glossy balm type, and then we also had a matte lipstick, and that's what's coming in at number 6. This is from Give Beauty, so this is Gwen Stefani's brand, and the lipsticks that they came out with, they first launched in red, you know, kind of Gwen Stefani's signature color, but then they came out with ones in nude, and I was like, I need to try this. The shade that I got in this one is Tragic Me, and again, we're kind of in the fine category. I like this lipstick. I think that it's a really pretty shade. I think that it wore really nicely with the Kosas Lipliner. I was kind of wearing these two together quite a bit. I like that it's more of a matte lip look. I'm wearing a MAC matte lipstick right now in Honey Love. Like, all of that is like working well for me when I apply it. It's not like the smoothest, but it's not super skippy. Sometimes a matte bullet lipstick can get a little bit skippy on the lips and it's a little bit harder to fill them in. The thing to me is that my lips do feel pretty dry after just a short period of time. And again, sometimes with matte lipsticks, whether it be a liquid lipstick, you usually get the drier lips sooner. But even with a matte bullet, you can tend to have dry lips, but I don't know what it is with this one. I feel like it's so quickly after I put it on that my lips start to become dry, and I can really see kind of like all the lines in my lips, which I don't necessarily love. So sometimes when I'm wearing this one, I try to remember to either bring a gloss with me to kind of top to refresh it instead of refreshing with this, or to even use like a lip mask underneath. I just don't do that all that often, but sometimes I've been doing it with this one because it's just a little bit dry. Again, I like the color, I like the finish. I think that it's a nice lipstick, but it didn't necessarily, once again, like, it just didn't necessarily turn into a favorite lip product of mine. Also from Give Beauty, I purchased their brow pencil. So this one is their, I think it's called the Hella On Point Ultra Fine Brow Pencil. I got the shade 2. So you have a spoolie on one side, and then you do have a pretty fine brow pencil on the other. So with this one, I like it. It's just, it takes me a little bit more time to do my brows because it is so fine and so thin. I really like something like the Benefit Precisely My Brow. This is definitely going to be even smaller than that one. So again, it just takes me a little bit more time to fill in my brows, but the final effect I think is really pretty. I was really going after the shade 3. They were just sold out when I was at Sephora picking this one up. So I ended up going with the shade 2, and I don't know if maybe that plays into it too. If I had just a little bit of a darker shade, it would be quicker for me to fill my brows in. But I like it, and it's one that I reach for it because I like the way that it makes my brows look. But a lot of times, like, I'm always in a rush. What were we talking about with one of my last Really Bite videos? The Looney Tune characters, the Tasmanian devil, who's always like running and like has like a cloud of smoke everywhere. That's literally me all of the time. Like, I am always I'm constantly on the go, and so sometimes I'm doing my makeup very last minute, and it's like I just need something that's gonna be really fast to fill in my brows. So I tend not to reach for it for that reason, but it's like if I have more time to do my makeup, then I could reach for this one. So it's a nice product. And number 4, I actually have a skincare product. Now this one was sent to me in PR, but I really like it, and for whatever reason I was just intrigued. I wanted to try it, and since I started trying it, I pretty much use this every single morning. This is from Youth to the People. This is their Polypeptide 121 Future Cream. So it says to strengthen, firm, and moisturize with plant proteins and biotech collagen. You can see, like, I've used a lot of this. I'm pretty particular when it comes to my moisturizers. I tend to go back to my favorites. I repurchase my favorites. I use them all the way up. I repurchase them again. But I don't know, something about this one, they sent it to me. I was looking over it and I was like, I don't know, I'll give this one a try. So this one is more expensive. You can also find Youth to the People at Sephora. So this does retail for $64, and you get 2 fluid ounces. But it's supposed to be a weightless moisturizer for all skin types to help visibly firm, reduce the look of fine lines and wrinkles, and strengthen the skin's moisture barrier. I do have dry skin, and I also live in a pretty dry climate, minus we're also in monsoon season in Vegas, so it's been raining and storming nearly every single day. We've had crazy flash flooding here. It's been kind of wild, but it is still very dry. My skin is still very dry, and something about when I use this one, like it said, it is very weightless. It doesn't feel like I'm putting a lot of product on. You will also only need a little bit of product, and it goes a long way, but my skin instantly kind of feels quenched is how I would describe it. It looks, I don't know if I want to say brighter, but it just looks more hydrated. I look more awake. A lot of times I use this in the morning. I think it's a really nice moisturizing, moisturizing cream for the morning time, and it just kind of peps up the skin a little bit. But this is one, again, I keep reaching for it. I think it's really nice. So if you are looking for a new moisturizer, I haven't tried a lot from Youth to the People, but I'm impressed with this one. And number 3 is the third lip product that I purchased in my Sephora haul, and I'm a little bit surprised by this one, but everyone has been talking about the Tarte Maracuja Glossy Lip Plumps or something along these lines. Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump. Yeah, I basically had it right. So I went ahead and purchased one, and this is in Peachy Beige. It's the one that I got. I don't necessarily love the packaging because you do have to push it up and then you can't push it back down. So that always kind of irks me a little bit, but it is a really pretty lip product. I'm gonna try to do a little swatch without having to like push it too far up. But again, this one is more of your balm. So we have the lip liner, the matte lip, and then we have more of this glossy lip balm here. I really like this shade. I thought that it's really beautiful, but I like it. It's really easy to apply. It does plump up the lips a little bit, makes them look a little bit juicier. I've paired it with a lot of different lip liners. Sometimes I've put it over a lipstick, like I've put it over the Give Beauty, because a lot of times I was just trying to use the 3 of these like all at the same time. So I've put it over the Give Beauty, which I might have even done that in the first impression video. But this one, I'm kind of surprised. I haven't tried Tarte in a while. Like I haven't been trying a lot from them. I've just been hearing so much, I thought I'm just gonna go ahead and give this one a shot. And I'm actually pretty impressed. I find myself that I keep just kind of tossing this into my clutch because it's really easy to reapply, refresh the lipstick, and I ended up really liking this one. At number 2, this is very random, and I kept thinking as I was listing out the ranking, I was like, I should put it lower down the list because like it's an eyeliner, and like what's sexy about eyeliner? I should talk about lip products before it. But I'm like, I wear this eyeliner almost every single day, and I just feel like I need to tell you guys about it and how much I enjoy it. So this is from Glossier. They just released these eyeliners. It just says the #1 pencil, and the shade that I use the most is in ink, and it is their black eyeliner. I mean, I need to sharpen it. It's what I have in my waterline today. It's great to tightline with. It is just like an inky black shade. It glides so smoothly. It reminds me a lot of the Milk Makeup eyeliners, which I absolutely loved. They were some favorites of mine, and I think they've been discontinued. I don't think you can get them anymore, which I'm very sad about. But these, I keep reaching for, and something about when I've also used the brown, but when I use the black and I put it on my waterline, it just like does something to my eye look. Like it just instantly elevates the eye look, and it's just eyeliner. And it's not like I'm even doing a wing. It's not like I'm doing anything different with it. I'm just putting it in my waterline, but with like, I don't know if it's how dark it is or how smooth it is, but it kind of gives me, I don't know how to explain it. It just elevates my eye look to the point where I have a lot of eyeliners. I have Urban Decay, I have Charlotte Tilbury, I still have some from Milk Makeup, but I just keep reaching for this one because it's just like, and it's very long wearing. I've noticed when I take my makeup off at night, a lot of times if I wear this eyeliner, I have to go in with a eye makeup remover and like my little cotton round. Like I use the ones from 3 Ships, the reusable rounds, and I really need to clear off my eye area because it stays. So that is a fantastic long wearing, I mean, waterproof. I cry all the time. I'm sweating. It's hot here. Like that is a great eyeliner. So I know it's kind of like a random recommendation, but I have to let you know that it's fantastic. So usually with my Makeup Monthly videos, I do also include book reviews in here. And for the month of July, I did have 4 different books. But last month I posted a video all about the top books that I've read so far in the year of 2022. And all 4 of those books in July were featured in there since the video went up. Did it go up in August? It might have gone up in like really late July, but all 4 of those books were included in that video. So you can, I will link that video down below if you want to get a whole lot of book recommendations. Or I do post all of my book reviews on my blog, which I started back in the day in 09, but it is still running. It is chicletplus.com. So if you're ever looking for book recommendations or what to read next, you can always check over there. But again, I felt like I would probably be pretty redundant if I put all 4 of those in those since that video just went up shortly. So again, you can check out the best books of 2022. I am also a book blogger. That's how I started in social media, and I still do it today. And I self-published author of 8 novels. And I just wanted to take a quick second to say thank you so much to everyone who supported the BY SAMANTHA March sale. I do also run my own brand. It is bysamanthamarch.com, and I sell a variety of different products in there, from my 90-day healthy habits planners. I have goal trackers. The deck of healthy habits sold out. The Week at a Glance calendar and the Week at a Glance calendar for content creators sold out during the sale, but we were celebrating 1 year. So I ran a sale for the first week in August to celebrate that, and it went so well, and I couldn't believe how many of my own books I sold. I obviously ordered extra inventory thinking like, oh, maybe people, you know, will want to purchase my books during the sale. I had no idea. I'm still, another shipment of books just got dropped off. I'm getting shipments of books like 2 to 3 days. Like my printer's just sending them at like all these different intervals, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, because I'm just trying to go through the orders and pack them up as quickly as I can. So if you did place an order with books and you haven't gotten a shipping confirmation yet, that is why. And I did say that towards the end of the sale, I put that the books were on back order and that they would be shipping around, I think I said like August 16th. So I'm still getting in the books and I'm still shipping them out as quickly as I can. But thank you so much to everyone who supported the sale. As a small business owner, it really did mean so much. I did also want to say, if you did purchase a book, reviews are so helpful. If you ever want to think like how you can help your favorite author, leaving reviews is super helpful, especially on Amazon, because it helps with the algorithm. So there is a place now on bysamanthamarch.com to review the products. So if you've purchased anything from them, you can review them there. But if you did purchase my books, it would be so helpful if you reviewed not only on the website, but then just copy and pasted that over to Amazon. Aries is letting you know that she would really love that too. But if you do that on Amazon, it really is so helpful. So again, thank you everyone who supported the sale, and stay tuned because we have some new products coming soon. All right, and then coming in at number 1, I am kind of shook that this was my favorite product. And honestly, I felt like I could have gave number 1 to either this one or the eyeliner. To me, they're both kind of random products, but they're 2 products that I use so frequently. But at number 1 is from Summer Fridays, and this is their Shade Drops Broad Spectrum SPF 30, their Mineral Silk Sunscreen. Now, I love sunscreen, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm always pressing people to make sure that they are reapplying their sunscreen. Like sun safety and skin safety, like if you want to know like what someone's skincare routine should be, or how to take care of your skin, or how not to age, is protecting your skin from the sun. So sunscreen is going to do that for you. But even still, something about this one, it's $36, and I'm like, $36 for a sunscreen seems so expensive, but I did it anyways. And then to read from the website, it says, a lightweight mineral sunscreen glides over skin like a serum, delivering SPF and skincare benefits. It has vitamins, antioxidants, and soothing chamomile. It's a reef-friendly formula, helps it to shield skin from UVA, UVB rays, leave skin with a soft, natural finish. All of that is true. I wear this so often. It feels nice on the skin. My skin looks more glowy without being too much. And again, with dry skin, I think that it looks so nice. There's a lot of times where this is what I'm wearing as a base. Now, it's not like a skin tint or a tinted sunscreen or anything like that. Like, there's no coverage. That's not what, it's just a sunscreen. But something about the way that it makes my face look is so beautiful. And a lot of times I'll put this on and maybe like some concealer on my under eyes, and then just a little bit of a powder. And I just think it makes my skin look so beautiful and glowing and healthy, but it's also protecting me from the sun. And it's gorgeous. I took it with me. I went on vacation to San Diego. I took it with me. I am going on vacation to Hawaii. I will be taking this with me. And this is one of those, like, I was trying to see through it. Like, I think I'm to here now, if I'm like seeing correctly. And I'm like, am I gonna use this all the way up? But I could see that happening because I just keep reaching for it, especially if I'm like just running to the pool and I want very light makeup. This is the one that I'm going for. I still really like my Ilia, and I like the Ilia as well because it does give a little bit of a tint. It does give it's more of like such a super light coverage, but it still gives you something, but it is double the price. So that one is, I believe, $64. This one is $36. You're just getting the SPF, but it's like the skincare benefits, the glowy vibes that it gives you. I'm super shook that I like this one as much as I did. Again, this one or the Glossier, either one of those could have been number 1. And I like, to me, I feel like those are kind of, I don't want to say that they're necessarily random products, because they are products that I use on the daily. I always use eyeliner when I am doing my makeup. I always wear SPF every single day. And I have been talking about in some of my videos, and some of my content recently has been focusing on older products in my collection. I've said that I'm trying to cut back on the amount of new makeup releases. This is one of my more recent Sephora hauls, and I look at it and I'm like, meh. Like, this is the reason why I'm doing this right now, and I think a reason why I'm having so many of these feelings, because this was not a cheap Sephora haul. The bronzer was $38. I'm not gonna remember the prices on everything now. I mean, the SPF, $36, even the concealer, the 3 different lip products, a brow product is not inexpensive. And I'm just like, and for what? Like, I have my favorite lip products. I have over 30 bronzers in my collection already, and I have my favorite bronzers that I keep going back to. I have the brow products even that I keep using up and then rebuying. So this haul, and as I was getting ready to do this particular video, I feel like it really helped put it in perspective to me of this is why I feel this way right now, because I keep going out and making these big hauls and then I just kind of sit around and think meh, or I come on a video and I'm like, this is fine, this is good, this is decent, this is nice. It's helped to show why it is that I'm doing it. But if you are someone, you're still looking for the new makeup products, or you still at least want to get feedback on what's out there, maybe there's something that you're interested in grabbing, I hope that these reviews helped you. Like I said, I'm not completely done buying new makeup. I do also receive PR, so I can still be trying out some new products that way. It is just a more personal goal of mine. Some of my past few videos and a few videos coming up are going to be focused kind of on using what is already in my collection. So I hope you're excited for those as well. Again, everything will be linked down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on all these products that I tried out. And as always, if you enjoyed this one, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope you also consider subscribing before you go, and I will see you in my next video.